moody, madly beautiful. She was funny, smart, moody, madly beautiful.
Hello, Jettas. Welcome to the Monday stream. Just going live early, nothing too crazy going on the markets today. I've just got a massage appointment this evening, so it might have interfered with the normal stream time. So just doing it early so you can watch the VOD if you can't make it at this time. So I guess the story of the day, at least in crypto, would be Solana. That this is just how it goes, man. In these market conditions, you're just going to get passing decouplings of assets. One's going to run, new daily candle close, new week, and then the one that was underperforming a lot of times can catch up. And it's just, this is a tale as old as crypto time. So it's really cool to see Solana run to that 198 inflection point. The zone goes all the way back to 2021. And you made the highest price since February 16th. Still a long way to go before all-time highs. But only a couple more big resistances. I mean, two more big resistances until blue skies to the all-time high, which is around 260. They spiked it up to, shoot, dude, almost $300, 296. Either way, it is very possible we see those levels, but maybe after some sort of pullback on Bitcoin or Solana itself. Just think about it. I mean, this is kind of someone's profit-taking level, some sort of swing trader, right? I mean, this was a trade setup posted 6 days ago, all right? And let me just show you here. There it is, 6 days ago, Solana. And it was specifically the developed inverse head and shoulders, but it was that rejection, identifying the rejection from the sellers for the second time and seeing strength going into the daily close. That was like, all right, that's it right there. If they're going to fail again, the seller's going to fail again to capture prices below that level, that might be it. That might be where we mark up from here. And it's not like it was the lowest risk trade. Could have been a lot better. Maybe the right shoulder would have been lower risk, or maybe even the spring back test of 130, sure. But you can't tell me if it failed, you wouldn't have taken on minimal losses if you got stopped out. You would have. We just know if somehow that was, if what I was identifying was proper, we had good upside potential. And so just like this, within a 6-day period, off the inverse head and shoulders, you have 4 targets, but 2 were achieved today. So Jesus chimes. 2 of the 4, 1 and 2, just nice and easy. So maybe some people are taking a little profit at a profit-taking level, or a level where there might be supply. And that's why, like, you don't completely exit. That's why you have a 3rd target. And look at your 4th target is virtually all-time highs. How about that? So I don't know. I didn't know it was going to play out. I don't know if we'll see target 4, but I think it's an appropriate target to conclude it all, maybe, this setup. All right. So that is the story of the crypto day. Casper going crazy, is it? Yeah, well, it was all about, like, can they break that resistance? If they do, I mean, there's no resistance above that resistance, right? It's like a blue skies. So I think they clearly broke the level. Last night it was up, so I haven't even checked it today. Yeah, it's all about, can they break the, and that's something that can happen to Solana. Like, if they're able to absorb 198, you will be surprised how fast this thing will run to 216 and then 259. It's just all about how much supply exists at a level where historically there's been supply. There have been major reversals discernible on the daily. Who would disagree? Yeah, we looked. Someone requested it yesterday. All right, anyway, so that's the only big crypto of note outside of maybe Dogecoin. Dogecoin saw multi-month highs again, but you know, it's down like 5% off its peak today, maybe more, because Bitcoin, if you can, let's just go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin lost all its gains. I mean, it almost saw 120, and now it's at 117.3, and very well could start. It's going negative as I'm speaking. Down on the day. up against that 1272 pip extension. It was pretty violent. It was pretty quick, wasn't it? And when you got up there, now we've just been sideways, consolidating. And then you can just clearly see here above my head, this is like, I wouldn't call it anything. It's just you clearly see a base of buying, and there's clearly a supply line that's being respected, even just here a few hours ago. So you would think that we're nearing the apex of some sort of consolidation, right? The apex, when the two trend lines converge, the closer you get to that, the higher the probability of resolution. So not looking too hot, nearing the end of the pattern. And to break it, all right, easy 112. I think you would just target for 112. It is going to break support for real with follow through. And dude, in the end, it wouldn't be weird or bad. It would suck for the FOMOers, the people that are like just entering now or yesterday. It's like, dude, what happened, man? These assets have run up 50 to 90% in a couple weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. 50 to 80% on altcoins. They've reacted godlike off those little M shapes. So Bitcoin goes to 112 and they pull back 20%. Normal, natural, not a big deal, but it would be a big deal for the people that were FOMOing, that were like, oh, I just downloaded the Coinbase app. I'm a statistic. I'm the reason why Coinbase is number 10 on the App Store now. Well, those people, yeah, they could very well be underwater soon. With no gains off of what we just witnessed the past month. But hey, they're bag holding and they're stuck in the market now with the rest of us. Because we like being here, but they're going to be here because, oh God, dude, I got to hold a bag and I got to wait for that reversal, which will probably happen. You'll get 20%, 25% pullbacks maybe on all these alts that went up 70, 80%. They'll pivot, they'll make higher lows again, and then they'll run, but it might be a month from now. So, I mean, you just look at something like Ethereum. It's stupid, dude. 13 out of the past 14 days positive closes. That is unheard of. That never happens. You're witnessing something that never happens. Bitcoin going in price discovery in July. Never happens. Welcome to it, man. Buck in history. So yeah, you're not quite at resistance. I figured 3,900. They just didn't quite get there. They couldn't. Bitcoin started puking a little bit before. I mean, just how close though, right? Oh, okay, like $36 before hitting resistance. It's stalling. It's not even over. It could do it tomorrow or something. Indecision candle maybe. It's holding up. But as you can see, Bitcoin is at the lows of the day as I'm speaking to you. Look above my head. Anytime we're seeing where we are right now, I think you're maybe you're not. No, the lows of the day, I guess, was last night. Yeah, I can't remember. I think it was one time yesterday, and the next day, next week was right here. So you kind of bottomed twice before the rally. So you're nearing lows of the day, which is just going to be awful for altcoins. Altcoins are going to, dude, Bitcoin will be down 3%. Altcoins, again, will be down 7, 10%, and rightfully so. After something like this, how about Dogecoin in itself? Are you kidding me, man? What do you want? That right there. What if they did this? Oh no. People would like rage quit the market. They wouldn't be able to believe that Dogecoin could retrace 23%, 38% from its previous low to high. They couldn't believe it. They'll be out. And then it'll pivot after they sell, and then it'll run again to 34 cents, which is a target of the trade setup. Right, hit one target one on the trade setup. There are multiple more trade setup targets, but it's a swing trade / position trade where it takes time. Position trade for sure, because it's the weekly trade setup. So who cares? Oh my God, it's down 2%. What are we gonna do, man? Bitcoin's down 0.25%. What?
Just close the fucking door. Close the door.
Can devs do something? Every day I'm checking the price and it's dipping. Every day I check the price, bad price. I can't take this anymore. I have overinvested by a lot.
Really? Yeah, that's gonna be like the noobs. The noobs will rage. They will be upset. Ethereum, yeah, we looked at Ethereum. I mean, XRP holding up like better than the rest. This has been phenomenal, but like, what can you do? It was up over 5% just a little while ago. There's nothing you can do as an asset when when we're looking at the macro constantly above my head, and it's virtually hitting its lowest, near its lowest point of the day. There's just no way altcoins can hold up and sustain their gains, right? Solana, that was up over 10% earlier, is only up 6.4% now. So, sorry, man, you got to come back to earth eventually. This is ridiculous. This is crazy, man. Shoot, dude, XRP, I wonder if, like, even if Bitcoin did correct a little bit, go to 114, 112, I mean, like, would it even lose 340? Strongest crypto that exists is XRP right now. BNB's up there. BNB's just flat. BNB, what did it do today? Oh, saw its second highest price literally ever today. And now it's just flat on the day. That is a crazy run, though. These are daily candles. Don't be scared of what's coming. Probably a pullback. People got to take profits, man, okay? You're not the only one in the market. Traders going to trade. No one's investing. People are just like, oh, wow, bullish correlation to a key level. Oh, enter, stop loss, strategic. Okay, max upside. All right, it max upsided. It's a lot of max upsided. Okay, time to take a little profit up here at an inflection point where it's historically reversed before. Not exit, just take a little off. Okay, everyone's doing it, and then Bitcoin rolls over. So, we looked at all the big ones, all the big coins now. And now everything's starting to go red. Cass, yeah, it's up, dude. It did it, man. They broke the level. Dude, I didn't know. Like, I didn't act like I knew, right? I wasn't saying, hey, I'm saying, like, even if it broke upward, I mean, if you're going to be buying at resistance, dude, play the numbers game. This time, congratulations on the win, the big W for you. But if you were to, like, trade 1,000 assets that have been on nice runs and are trading against resistance, I don't think it's going to go well for you playing that numbers game. It's just this time it broke. It's Cass, man. It's cool to see an M shape maybe usher in the complete trend reversal. Even if it does pull back and fall, even if it falls below 9.7 cents, as long as they put in a higher low than this low, you're good. You're in good shape. Back above the 200 moving average, nice. I hope they can hold above 9.7 cents. Maybe on the next day or in the coming days, maybe they reconfirm its validity as support and holds, and then you see positive price action. You might be able to set up an entry and a stop loss due to that, but you got to wait for that to occur if it's going to happen. Okay, man, Bitcoin in power hour is continuously selling off. It's at its lows. It's at this little buy wall, right? They've been propping the price up here, maybe absorbing the remaining demand with the distribution, the local lower highs representing less than before, maybe. Small pattern, but that's what a descending triangle kind of is. Distribution with a absorbing demand, and then demand finally diminishes from the buy wall, and then it just breaks, and then you resolve. And typically near the apex is when you get resolution. The closer you get to it, higher the probability of resolution, whether it breaks upward or downward. I'm not saying it's certainly going to go lower, but it's like this is where we are right now at that level. Okay. Anyway, so let's go to the rejoice chat, to the spider that, yes, it's off its highs a lot. It's given up most of the gains on the day, but that's an all-time high. So mandatory Jesus chimes. You can thank Google for that. Never before seen a price of 631.54, but we did it, man. Just a wave that has no real pullbacks. At some point will. Just don't know when, man. This has been a face-melting rally. Short sellers and cash holders devastated for now. Dow Jones never even got close to an all-time. I mean, it got close to an all-time high, but I'm saying like since like the beginning of the month, it has only been making lower highs. It has been not doing the same thing price action wise as the S&P and Nasdaq. So yes, it got close to all-time highs, but a 99% retrace. And this is it. Just been slightly down sloping consolidation where the index funds have been, or the S&P and Nasdaq have been upsloping with the rally. This is down sloping. So I think everyone's kind of patiently awaiting the highly anticipated earnings season that is starting kind of this week, kind of last week, but mainly this week. This is going to be the second most significant week of earnings. The next week will be the biggest one. So yeah, kind of stalling out. Everyone's waiting. Okay. About to go negative on the day. You're up 0.1%. Hype in the chat. And here is your Nasdaq. Oh, chat. Google just hit highs of the day. Highest level since February as I'm speaking to you. My alert has just gone off. Let's freaking go. Been the most patient man ever holding some GGLs. Oh my God, finally. Where is all my... Is this the wrong one? My ship has finally come home. Okay, for the summer. Outside of the crypto, I'm talking about in the stocks. So, yep, all-time highs, NASDAQ. Never before seen a price of 21,077.37, but we did it. We had never seen $21,000 in the history of the NASDAQ until today. So rejoice in the, I think, the most insane recovery in the history of the entire stock market. Doubling the insanity of COVID. COVID recovery, V-shape. You're living history. You are living, I mean, all the people that have been alive for the stock market since its inception, you've never seen a rally like this, a recovery off the lows like this. No, never. Russ 2000 not doing too hot, just stalling out in the middle of two big levels. Meh. Okay, cool. We're just covering it because it's an index fund. I don't really care. It's just an uptrending, and there's whatever. Down 0.3% today. The worst of the big ones. Definitely not an all-time high. Though, I mean, everything's close to an all-time high on the Nasdaq except the Russ 2000. Russ 2000 is still 9.7% removed. Nearly 10% away from its all-time high. Real quick, let's just go to Google to look at it and play some freaking Jesus chimes. They're pumping it leading into earnings, which is making me get all kind of weird. I'm like, okay, wow, we got earnings on, I think, Wednesday after the close. And I'm like, oh God, are they just going to run it leading up to it? I think we're probably going to go test 191.76. That is that major old all-time high from July last year. 1 year ago, dude. Spinning the wheels. Maybe we see it today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow. And then that might be it. And then I just, earnings, they could have a good earnings and it still dumps. Or... you flip the coin, it lands on the other side. Oh, it's going to catch up with Microsoft and Nvidia and its retrace. It's going to go fill the gap at 207, which was the all-time high, 206, whatever, 206.40. That is an unfilled gap. So, get out your quarters and time to play the Google slot machine. Intel earnings, is that today? Chip flipper? Intel. Yeah, I mean, what can you say besides... Oh, it's on the 24th, so it's Thursday. So it's not today or anything. But yeah, Intel, dude... It's got an incredible accumulation schematic. Spring back test, jumped across the creek, trading now above the 200 symbol moving average, I think above the 50. You're about to have a golden cross. Golden cross. Any more positive sideways price action in the coming days, week, you'll get a golden cross. Like you had a death cross in April, golden cross in May of 2023. That's the last golden cross we had, where it eventually ran up a lot off that. But again, I don't really put too much weight on it, but I'm just saying, if you want a long sustained uptrend or rally reversal, a golden cross is just part of it. Whether it responds immediately or lags, typically it lags. It can dump and then pump, and then it's still golden cross for a month, and then it starts rallying. But it's just like everything's good on it. You just hope that the earnings report, the market, the free market, views the earnings report as favorable, and you catch the bids, or you just survive earnings. It would be nice if you could have this and then we just gap up and it's a breakaway gap and we never seen this level again. We break away above 25.46 and we're immediately going to 28.89 and the 35s, 34.35s. So yeah, stage is set, but you just never know with earnings, man. It is such a freaking coin flip that it is the kryptonite of technical analysis too. Could break this, but at the same time, it could be a bad earnings. And it could just, oh no, it's down 6%. It's like 21.43. That didn't invalidate this accumulation structure at all. You could have a bad earnings, gap down 5+%, and there's nothing wrong with this. The schematic's still valid. So in the end, it's probably going to be inconsequential if it's bad, and if it's good, it's probably going to make this thing play out, begin to play out. Okay. A lot of good stuff technically, but again, earnings, you never know. It's over for lack. It's over for lack. Yeah, dude, I guess, what is it, down like 4% today maybe? Who is reporting? What's the biggest name reporting today, chat? Bitcoin ticker missing. Oh yeah, what happened? I don't know. Oops, my bad. My mouse must have moved it. Sorry. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, Nike PTSD. But dude, again, if you know it's a coin flip, you know it's a gamble, you know there's no edge anytime there's earnings unless you have inside information. If you do, don't tell anyone about it. Go for it. So you know that. You've been told by people that. So if you don't listen to the people, and you're going to experience it eventually. Because if it goes well for you playing earnings once, you will never stop on one earnings play. Dang, dude, that worked out wonderfully. Well, let me try that again. And then at some point, yeah, you get obliterated. And at that point, if you're smart, you have a high aptitude, you will say, I will take that as a learning experience and never do that again. That was stupid. Never making the same mistake twice. So either you learn from someone else or you learn from experience. And that experience will certainly come if you play any sort of numbers game on playing earnings. Just go to the roulette table. That's earnings. Playing mini earnings. Domino's. Oh, Tesla's on Wednesday, EJ. I'm talking about today. DPZ. DPZ is like good technicals, but dude, it just, have they reported? I think it looks like they've already reported, right? They reported today. Yeah, and it was good and it was bad. It's like typical earnings candle. But dude, like bullish 5-0 stuff, just think about like kind of what it is. Nothing's like wrong with it right now. I love that you survived earnings, but it's like a 3 rising valleys almost. Like whichever valleys you want to use, there's like 4 of them, but you could be like 1. And you could be like, maybe that's 1 and 2, they're the same, and then another, and then the third one is been painted above support, right? So it's like the confirmation low, the type 2 return of the bullish 5-0, and then it morphs, it evolves into a better structure, an accumulation signature. So down 1.3%, that's wonder. Who cares? Good. You didn't crash. No breakaway gaps where it's gapped down 10% and it's not going to recover anytime soon. Good. But just know, from the low point to high point of the shark, 50% is where it completed. and now higher lows. And what's so good, anything above 435 is great for risk management, right? You look left, that's the T reversal from October 2020. Shoot, man, it can go a little lower. It could be like 425 too. Like it's a zone.
$49.99. Hey, love the show. Join Discord.
Claudio.
Awesome. Atai got higher and looks like PLBY too. Not entry time, but looks strongly. Please look both.
Please look both. Please, yes, we will. Okay, thank you, dude. Thank you for the 50. Leroy Jenkins for the 50. 4 strength, 4 stem, leather belt. Thank you, Claudio. It's the first contribution of the stream, too. Thank you, dude. So you see it, it's kind of like, all right, you're above the 200 moving average as well. So you're above the inflection zone with confirmation. You put in a third valley. You got some hidden bullish divergence on the RSI a little bit. Anything above 422, 435, given enough time, is really good for all-time highs, probably on dominoes. Okay, so nice that they did it, man. Bad. I guess I don't know. Like they missed on earnings. It seems like high volume candle, but not the sellers did everything they could. Buyers, whatever. It was nothing. Good. Let's see what happens off this. All right, Bitcoin's beginning to break that little buy wall now. Good. Yep. Well. Again, these rallies cannot continue forever. So just be lucky that during this consolidation phase on Bitcoin, you were blessed with the beginning potentially of altcoin season. But altcoin season, guess what happens during altcoin season? You get 25, 30% pullbacks off the highs of these rallies all the time. And then they pivot, make higher lows, and they run again and test new highs. And you could probably think... stock market power hour. I mean, we do have a big sell-off on the S&P 500. You're completely taking out that all-time high candle on the spider. Nasdaq not as much. Probably Google and some other Mag 7s propping it up, but really weak on the Russell 2000 right now, and the Dow Jones catching a bearish engulfing candle. All these lower highs. So and again, eventually, I mean, you're gonna get a pullback on these index funds too. Lacking again. Yeah, well, LAC can't do anything with the macro. I mean, the macro can do well. It can hold up. It had a good couple of days. Yeah, it's down 4.4%. Good. I wouldn't mind if on LAC the composite man took this back. We got one more valley. Give me this, dude. Just give me this. Tip me back to the 260s, and then instead of it being a type 2, we just now have, give me that, dude. Cash ready for another valley. I'll take it all day. If we're lucky, we'll get that. Hopefully you have the patience to make it through that. But yeah, lows of the day. Still above the 200 moving average. Something I noticed on LAC was, for the first time since April of 2022, all 3 of your moving averages, your simple moving averages on the daily, are up sloping. Again, that hasn't happened in over 3 years. So I think that's kind of cool, but it doesn't mean much. It's just, yeah, give me one more valley proportionate to the others. Give me that classic accumulation structure, and I'll be like down to throw some more dry powder at it. I don't care. We might not get that lucky though. I mean, it's just pulling back after, dude, it went up in 2 days over, I mean, it was like 15% in 2 days. So, and then like 25% in a week. That's LAC. So I wouldn't be too concerned, but I get it. People are really scared. What was that request from Claudio? AI. Life sciences. Yep. Yeah, it broke out, man. Broke out. Bull flag. We didn't know if it was going to resolve with the breakout. They just gapped it up on the first of the month, and then just, dang, man, strong, tight consolidation. They couldn't even, I guess they just back tested this swing high from February. And then it ran, my God, dude. Thursday up 3.3, and then Friday was up 15.77, and now going for the highest daily candle close in a long time. Highest close incoming since December 2nd, 2022. So multi-year highs with a really nice breakout. It's like the bull pole, bull flag. You're nearing that measured move. But right, where do they? Okay, like 365, that's a level. Potential reversal area. Above that, you're thinking 449 to be conservative. $5, 498. Yeah, just imagine where this could take you. And there are a few out there that look like this. I saw a couple today of scanning, and I'm like, dang, man. So yeah, 365, 449. If things go crazy, you break 5, 628. Above 628 is where things go crazy, though. There's like just nothing there. For good God, it doubles in price before there's real resistance. So yeah, nice stuff, dudes. PLBY, you saying it looks the same or similar? Playboy. Dude, my Playboy, dude. Oh my God. Okay, Playboy's got classic accumulation. Forget the daily. Let's go the 3-day, maybe the weekly. Bro, oh my God. Playboy's going to do it. Probably. I mean, Playboy's got the makings of a varsity athlete down here. Well, first off, let's just do this because this is what we do, right? Clearly, of course, almost like always, duh. How much do you have to see it before you're like, mother of God, it's perfect, always perfect? The M shape to usher in the complete and utter reversal, all right? There you are. But then we take it another step and we say, all right, there's 3 valleys now. There's 1 valley. There's 2 valleys. And now there's 3. Man, the demand increase. It's not as proportionate. 886, and this is probably like a 618. But there it is, right? And then you clearly see some resistance right there. I would say 196, 217. To break that is huge breakout. Yeah, up against big resistance. So it's all about, is there enough demand to breach this? Got a golden cross. May 9th. Skating above the 50 and the 200. Probably the 20. Bullish crossover, the 20. My God, man. That's nice right there. So all about if there is enough demand to breach the inflection zone that's been tested recently in February. Looks like you'll test it again. Earnings coming up August 12th, so you got another few weeks. But yeah, something to think about. Wow, gotta wonder if this play, if it does. I mean, I'm thinking an easy 379 to 440 target, which is like doubling. Who knows though? I mean, like if the whole trend reverses off of this structure, dude, you can be going to like the 11s, but it might be a year, $10. Thing's been just massacred. Something to think about, man. Nice chart, interesting chart. I mean, it's in the gutter, but it's a really pretty structure, and it's kind of on breakout watch. You want Playboy magazines? Okay, thanks Claudio for the 50, man. So you talk about other assets with those potential bottoming structures. Your Blade. What do you want, man? Blade.
There is no historic
Airlines.
support on AMC but classic accumulation Gartley type 2 daily.
No, I'm saying for the 20. We will look at AMC. The poor man's meme stock. Thank you. I know we had looked at it recently. I just forgot. Like, so Blade, You already had a golden cross, whatever. Bullish cross over the 20, over the 50 and 200, and it's trading above all the moving averages. I mean, that just doesn't happen often, right? In downtrends, you can clearly see the 50, 20, it's like negative correlation, and then sideways, no trend. And now you're breaking a big resistance, and now you're trading above all the moving averages. It never happens, okay? Never in the history of this stock on Blade has it traded above all three moving averages, because, you know, it's not very old. And for its lifespan, it's never been above the 200 since April 2022. And it did it a little bit, then failed, and then dumped because April, right? The whole macro crashed, kind of. And you went and the buyers defended this last support one more time, spring back test, and now they've rallied, and now you're breaking out like today. So, I mean, 5, 6, 8, 9, 9, 6, 6, these are all targets. This could be definitely a Wyckoff accumulation final phase, starting to go into the markup phase. Just pay attention to Blade. This is the 3-day, by the way, not the daily. So it's 3 times more significant than the daily. Nice, man. That's Blade, dude. And the other one, guess what it was? Stitch Fix. Look at this. Unreal. You cannot make this up. It was an old short trade setup on this third peak, 1, 2, 3. I looked at it like the 3 drives. And this was the target, and it hit the target. Because why would it be the target? Because that's literally the level where their buyers could come in, and they did. And now you've rallied, hit resistance one more time, and sold off, and what? Failed to see the bottom of a rectangle, and now you're at that resistance again. What is that? Partial decline above the 200 moving average. You got a low, the lowest low, a higher low, and a higher. You got consecutive higher lows, and you got one higher high. Like, things are turning around on Stitch Fix above the 20, above the 50, above the 200, bullish crossover of the 20 and the 50. I mean, you're above all the moving averages. That never happens, right? That's just not a characteristics of Stitch Fix. You're always below the 50, the 200, the 20, all the time, right? And then you go sideways and you start making higher lows, and then you start correlating positively and trading above all the moving averages, something you never do. That's something to take note of, okay, chat? That's why you're watching the stream. So, Stitch Fix, I'll put it on the watch list. That looks pretty freaking good. That and Blade. Yeah, pay attention. I mean, if it's a partial decline, you have a 70% chance this resolves with a breakout. Yep. Really nice. 1, 2, 3. The third valley. Oh, and the M shape, by the way. But so it's just similar to that Playboy where you got 1 valley, you got a 2 valley, and now you got a 3 valley. Wow. More than before. All right, there it is, chat. There it is. Stock market is closed. The closing bell. We've done it, man. That was your highest daily candle close in human history on the Spider on the Nasdaq. You've done it, man. It's confirmed. Intraday and traders settling up. Same with the Nasdaq. All-time highs intraday, and also the highest close we've ever seen. We did not close above $21,000, unfortunately, by $26-ish. There it is, man. What's up, Grub Man? Hello, everyone. Haven't looked at chat much because, again, I'm trying to give you the value. You know, everyone's got limited time, so it's like I don't really want to screw around. So it's like, yeah, why will we screw around? Let's just do the work, and then we can screw around maybe later. I've been live 45 minutes now. If you're enjoying it, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. I don't ask about that enough, really. It's just not one of those crazy pump days. So you're just not going to have the same type of stuff, right? Thanks for the 620 here. And Bitcoin did close right at, if not below. Man, God, it's just they're propping it up right there, aren't they? Doesn't get any closer than that. So yeah, we resolve. It's probably 114, 112 is the only thing that makes sense, I think, because it's, you know, it's the only resistance that exists. It's the old all-time high from May. There's nothing else. So hopefully they can hold it here And we can just run with Wall Street closed. Hey, Triple D, good start, I guess, right? This one was nuts. This one's like, dude, this could be a crazy spring in terms of 460 real fast. It's like a shark too. Wow, you gotta be kidding me. Like, look at the harmony, the utter harmony. Good God, it is a 113 shark too. Where's this 113? Yeah, it's like perfect. Look at that. Oh my God, just phenomenal. Like, that's like artwork, dude. Deep crab, then the crab, then the shark. And look at it all completing where? Oh, it just happens to be ancient battlegrounds between the bulls and the bears. 2003 to 1999. Look at this, going back to 1991, 1993. Pfft. This is the level where someone takes a shot. If not here, probably never. Anyway, I don't know. That's like a newer trade setup. You know, we was scanning. Someone did dealer's choice, and I looked at that. I'm like, oh my God, crazy. All right, we can go to AMC now. My AMC, my all-time low. Yeah, dude, definitely all-time lows. This thing crap the bed. So you're like, Gartley, man, that's kind of wild, dude. That right there. Do you just omit it? You omit the red. If you can omit it, it's still not a. It's 100%. So I hate that because there's no. Like, you like Gartley's and bullish bat patterns because they're 886s, 786s. That means like there's more than before. That means momentum is halting. It's stalling. When you make a 100% retrace, it's just not as strong of an argument. And now I have to I have to somehow like ignore that weird scam wick and be like, okay, find this wick and then 618 and then okay, the higher low here and then okay, but 100%. So type 2 return, I'm not sure if it is. You're still trading below the 200 moving average. Yeah, this thing can come to 245 again. Down 2.82%. Yeah, dude, this is in the basement. Unfilled gap at like $3. God, dude, just I don't know. I'd be like, why don't I just own GME? You know, why don't I just like buy GME down here? Look at GME, dude. Like, look, it's up 4% today. It's at key inflection points. This is it. M-shaped. You want to type 2 return? This is the type 2 return. Forget AMC. Even if you could, it might pump, man. Yeah, they always might pump. Yeah. Look at that, though. This is crazy. Dude, 2156, 2320. This is real. Wonderful. Gap fill. Easy target. 2855. God, it's like up 3.9%. Okay, so like stop loss, like maybe even just like there. Can we take? Yeah, it's almost equitable. Good God, man. Fill the gap. There you go. Say screw the gap. We'll just take profit here because we have to, because we gotta have a 3-to-1. Something like that. I mean, that makes way more sense than AMC, but it doesn't mean you can't, you know, play AMC. Target 2, that C point, and then your target 3 would just be like the crazy 46, 50, like that. I mean, that's how you could play GameStop. Earnings? Oh, September 3rd. So there you have it, man. Unreal. I'll post that because thanks for bringing me on to AMC so I can look at GameStop and be like, oh yeah, remember how good it looked? You got everything. You got the good. The trend is your friend. You are making consecutive higher highs for a year now, over a year. You got a harmonic pattern. You got technical indicators. You got a technical chart pattern. You can only select 3 of 4. You've got the makings of a Velocity athlete on this, even if it fails. You just do. I could buy this all day over AMC, just based on technicals. I have in the chat. Meh. So who's reporting? Who reported, chat? I've already talked about Doge at the very beginning of the stream. And it's like up a crap load, and it's like there's nothing else to talk about. It hit one profit taking level. It's at one resistance, but not a profit taking level. I mean, 34 cents is the next big target to take some profit on Doge. But you might pull back 10, 15, 20% first and then run later. Don't forget GMU. Oh, God. Well, that just double it up, man. Good God. This is crazy. This is unbelievable how good this looks. And it's so insane, the price action we had right here. Worth taking a shot. Maybe. Nope. They, Trading Views banned me from Mr. Miggles coin. They said the name was too stupid to ever analyze again. So, sorry, dude. All right, Anonymous, Claudia, thank both of you. Oh, wow, White Slipper, what's up, dude?
Uma.
32.33
sure.
Repeating, of course.
Thank you, dude. We will look at White Slipper Uma, the S coin. Your favorite S coin in the world. I don't know. I don't even know the last time I looked at this. Well, it pumped 45%, but dude, it's just like it hit all-time lows, man. It was down here. Yeah, they were holding this local level. Yeah, someone could have constructed a trading plan. Yep. Easy stop loss, and it's just gone off of that. But again, it wasn't, I mean, it had hit the lowest point it's ever seen down here. So not much to do but look at it and say, wow, 45% up on the day. Waiting for a 222 target. That seems like the next big resistance there. They're not there yet. Pathetic. Highest price seen on UMA since February 2nd of this year. So not multi-year highs or anything, but yep, sometimes it's like that. They can present themselves at all-time lows like a base like that, and you just pay attention to the price action. There's nothing to do now. Guess I've been here recently. Thank you for the 3333, but I don't know what else I can do besides to tell you that 222, if they ever broke 222, maybe 307 will be your next target level. Above that, gonna be an easy 420. If they pull it back, stay above 150 for a back test, that'd be great. And then run again. That's all I can say about UMA. There's probably some way you could plot a supply line too. There you go, way up there. Around 250. Yeah, that's it, man. Congrats on the pump, dude. Yeah, someone could easily, if they were an UMA fan, they were an UMA TA god, they'd have been paying attention to this level and said, hey man, they have violated the level, they recaptured it, and they've reconfirmed it once, then twice, then oh wow, another time. That's so positive. All right, right here, long stop loss, 99 cents. Let's let it maybe, but I guess the space-time continuum was there for some people, and now it's gone. What is it? Cleveland Cliffs nailed earnings. Joe reported fake news. Verizon reported. Well, Verizon Communications. Well, if it did, then it's up 4%. But yeah, my God, what a freaking chop fest! Thing came off of death and then recaptured levels and then reconfirmed it. And an uptrend now, I guess. Verizon. Oh, something like that. I don't even know. Something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't. Oh yeah, over at resistance 43.90. But yeah, they didn't even do anything. If they reported, it was this morning. So I'm talking about reporting like this afternoon. Oh, Wall Street Mafia, you got a heart attack? But you're okay now? Your valves are cleaned? Jeez, man. Sorry to hear that. Wishing you a speedy recovery. Be sure to, like, try to exercise. Get a Fitbit, man. Start walking. Get a little treadmill next to your computer. They got these really small ones now that are easy and mobile. You can just do steps there, and then watch your cholesterol, what you eat, your diet. Try not to be sedentary. That's how you get heart attacks. Dang. Prayers for Wall Street Mafia, man. Hey, NIO, wait a second. Still waiting for this. It would be legendary if we could get it, but IP looks crazy good after that spring back test and the long established uptrend. It's like a dragon pattern breakout. Eventually probably 57 again. They report July 31st, couple weeks. Not this week, but next. Oh, dude, y'all got to see Pin Gaming. This is crazy, okay? And it's not the best trade setup of any kind, you know? Like, there could be way better setups, but I did post a setup today, okay? And it's due to the fact that this thing has been murdered, okay? Completely round-tripped the bubble. My God, Pin Gaming 142. It's over. It's at 18 bucks now. Shoot, dude, it just saw $13. But where are we at? Oh, look, it's an 88% retrace from this low to high. If not 886, 95 once and twice. I don't care once and twice, that's fine. I care about the price action correlation to 1747, 1772. They recaptured it. Now they're trying to reconfirm it as support. That's very interesting because this is a level where resistance. Look at this spring back test. Okay, look how they recaptured it and then they tested it before it eventually ran up to $36+. Test. It's just such a real level. Like when they recaptured it, look where it went. I mean, to all-time highs. So I'm just saying, if the asset is, the buyers are doing that to the 1740 level, someone could just set up a stop loss right here, like 17 bucks, and go with God. And it's like, let's see how this goes. Yeah. That's it. That's the idea. Like the level's been recaptured and reconfirmed as support, and that's a trigger. That's a signal. That's a, hey man, optimum entry, optimum stop loss, strategic stop loss with minimal losses if it fails, and we know the upside potential is massive if it succeeds. If you never get stopped out, I mean, you could be going to 26 bucks. If not 26, fine, go to 23. Either way, just interesting, right? Just maybe having the watch list and pay attention, see what happens. Have your alerts set up above and below. Just an idea, man. All right, been live an hour. So look at this, man. They took it all the way down to the absolute threshold of this maybe consolidation structure on the 4-hour. And they're just holding it for now. Holding, dude. No, pump fun is not legit. It's a scam. It's an unregulated casino. It's garbage. Bunch of scammers. Okay, that's pump fun. It's been outlawed or whatever. The CEO got like arrested. Like it's bad. Okay, I made it to the hour mark. The stream's kind of dead. We looked at stuff, right? We looked at these assets. Solana kind of revving back up over 8% again. They're going to go test supply here. They're going to try to absorb some more. Okay, they're going to go to 198, test. Are we going to test again? Are we going to break it this time? If you do, it's an easy ride to 216. You break 216, mother of God, it's going to be a quick, fast move to 259. This is target 3 of the trade setup, and this is target 4 of the trade setup. Target 1 and 2 were achieved today. This was posted 6 days ago. So have your alert set up above 198. You hear the beep. Some really good things could be happening. And it could be fast and violent. And all of a sudden, people are like, dude, Solana's amazing. Spring back test was probably it. That right there on the weekly. They recaptured, reconfirmed. That's it. Time to moon. And Ethereum just probably in the coming days we'll see 3,900. But yeah, take a day off, man. They're trying to just calm down. Calm down, bro. 13 of the past 14 days of closed positive. That is, again, something that's unheard of. Crazy. Where you are really is from, you're pretty much at an 88% retrace, just eyeballing it from the high point of the last rally, December, to the low point. No wonder we're not at 3,900 and we're just below it, because you're hitting the 88% retrace yesterday and today. Got it. That's not unnatural. You know the 886, how magical it is. Intel earning, yeah, dude. We looked at Intel. It's on Thursday, not today, according to TradingView. TradingView has sometimes been known to be wrong as F on earnings. So you always want to, if you're checking earnings on TradingView, cross-reference it with Earnings Whisper, for sure. Ethereum daily at 87 RSI. Yeah, dude, freaking nuts. Highest relative strength reading on Ethereum since January 2021. My God. Trying to tell me over 4-year highs, 4.5-year highs on the relative strength index. Yeah, that's what I mean by unheard of 13, 14 days. Positive closes. Yeah, FU has been nuts, dude. Oh, we got a new Discord link. Nice. Rejoice in the Discord link. If you're new here, join the Discord. There's like 15,000 members, active community. Educational resources, free to join. You just want to be there. You get notified when I go live. YouTube will fail. You will miss my live streams if you're not in the Discord. It's just how it is.
Did you look at Dagon some time ago? It's still looking okay to me. Love Spoodly.
Spoodly Doodly. Thank you so much, Mr. Doodly. We'll look at Degen. Yeah, we did. I think someone requested it if it wasn't you, and let's go to it right now. Degen coin. I think it maybe looked good, but I can't remember. Dude, I've been looked at so many assets recently. It's, yeah, dude. Degen's got the M shape. I gotta find the chart though where I have the data where I did the work. It's a MEX. No. What the heck? Good coin. Bro, what? Not sure where I did all the work. Weird. Well, this sucks. I guess I can't find my work. I'm gonna have to redo it, I guess. Okay. Found it. Boom. On CoinX. Yep. Perfect. I mean, like, M-shape completes at the key level from history. That's it. X marks the spot. That's like Flogcoin. That's like others. There are others that were, IOTA was perfect like that. I think it was Cosmos was like that too. Like, there's just, it just is rare when you get the M-shape just perfectly completing at the key level. And since then, been a nice rally up against the 200 moving average, down about 2% today. If you really, really cared about the framework, you probably would want to see this, the type 2 return, but you may never get it. I've seen some of these M shapes, they just go berserk. But yeah, you want to form any sort of pullback. You'd want to, the conclusion of this rally to be a higher low or the same low or just another test of this really key level. It would be amazing. But yeah, I think you still got a little more upside to at least 5.5 tenths of 1 cent to 6.6 tenths of 1 cent. You ever break that, that's where it's going to be like, okay, see it, 1.7, 1.8 cents. Really nice here, Degen coin. I can't believe it, right? I mean, like, it's called Degen coin. I never looked at it in my life till someone requested it last week or 2 weeks ago or whatever, and you just see it, and it's like, dang, man, it has all the makings. But the closer you are to 2.9 tenths of 1 cent, the better the setup would be, the easier it would be to manage risk, the most upside potential you would have. So you're kind of way removed from that, unfortunately. What's up, Mr. Bastion? Thanks for the sub. You sub like Subway. Remember $5 footlongs? They're like $15 footlongs now, dude. Or something stupid. What's up, One with Nature? Yeah, Austin. Doge, but you missed it. Dogecoin. It was perfect. Lax, literally active right now. Nothing else I can say. Like the Doge setup, posted 12 days ago. And it was for free on stream in front of 1,000+ people when I posted the Doge trade setup. So it's like, there's just no way to make everyone happy or to like get everyone involved. I'm almost certain like this was live. Look, July 9th, bro. The M shape, the type 1, the type 2, the bullish divergence, the recapturing of 16 cents on the weekly, recapturing the 200 week moving average, or never falling below it. It was all there. The stars aligned. It was perfect. And I was like, all right, man, if you're going to take a chance in crypto, this is the one at the time. Because July 9th, things are a little more uncertain. Go back to July 9th. Sentiment was not the craziest for altcoins. But, dude, this was just right there. In the space-time continuum. Perfect. And guess what? In the end, if this is really altcoin season and we're really going to do things, you're probably going to hit target 3 and shatter it and go to 57 cents, 60 plus cents, 70 cents. Probably, because that's good. These are traditional targets. Extremely conservative. Target 1's crazy conservative. Target 2's, moderate, still conservative. Target 3 is just kind of a normal C point. A point could be another target. But, dude, this will probably go to the 50s and 60s if this is really alt season. Okay, and Bitcoin's going to 125, 130 and beyond. And these altcoins continue to do what they've been doing. So we got target 1. Nice. And we're just waiting for target 2, which is 34 cents and beyond. So after hitting target 1, a little above it, you can pull back 10%, 15% over the course of a week. Scrubs are going to get wrecked. Pivot, and it's going to run again randomly, and you'll have another 15% up day or whatever whenever it's time again for Doge. It is so rare you get these. It takes so much time. You're like looking at you were looking at millions of years. It was all the gases and the elements. It is a nebula, and then it slowly starts turning into planets, gravity. There's enough mass on one of the planets to create fusion, and then a sun develops, and then everything starts revolving around the sun, and then planets develop. And then you have your solar system, and the solar system is fully developed when we get a type 2 return with bullish divergence at key levels above the 200 moving average at 88% retrace from the previous low to high. Solana very strong today, up 8+% still. BNB's up a little bit. Ethereum's flat on the day. Dogecoin down 1%. It was up 5+% at the day, at the highs of the day. Gross. XRP's pulled back, still pulling back. It was up even 3%. Just a little while ago during the stream, early in the stream. So, but still, like 3 hours, 33 minutes, all stay the same or higher. XRP's going for the historical highest daily candle close in history. You're thinking like if they're positively correlating 340 like that, it's like, man, your target's probably 388. I wonder how fast we'd get to 388 if we're actually holding and we're catching some sort of confirmation of all-time highs in 3 hours. What happened to Jerome Powell? I didn't see anything. Can't find one bearish analysis on YouTube. What are we talking about? Everyone's bullish? Hold on. Wait a second. The trend is your friend. Higher highs, higher lows. It just is. Okay. Your uptrend. So like to say it's a bearish market long term is wrong. Okay. It's just completely wrong. So you just had a really nice run, 50 to 80% rally on a lot of these altcoins in a few weeks. So at any point, we could get a pullback, a 15, 25% pullback, 38% pullback, and it'd be normal. It'd be healthy. I mean, the longer these crazy runs like this go, the higher the probability we're going to get one of those. But does that mean like everyone's bullish? Or I mean, you understand, XRP could go to 270 and be stupidly bullish. That's what's crazy. Dogecoin, from where it is right now, could lose 18 to 35+% of its value, and it's still technically bullish. But we're at a point where, yeah, I mean, 28, 29 cents, crazy run, unstoppable. Yeah, what happens? We get a 15 to 30% retrace, come back test 22 cents breakout, and then we go later. Right? So that's not full-on bullish. That's like, man, you want to start being really careful here because we're starting to get to that point where the normies are downloading the apps in the past few days. The Coinbase on the App Store is like mooning. It's at like top 10 now. And those people are just FOMOing into assets that have already appreciated 50 to 80% in a few weeks or less. Yeah, so they need to get wrecked. Like they need to learn a valuable lesson, hopefully, and be bag holders for a little while on some of these pullbacks so you get a chance to maybe add to your position in these longer term uptrends. Higher highs, higher lows for years on Doge and Litecoin. Anyway, that question's kind of, or that comment was kind of just like, need to be addressed. As long as Capo is not bullish, we don't care about the rest of the world. That's true. My God, Capo of crypto, or whatever his name is, the guy with the Godfather avatar who apparently has a huge following. He just must be a lol cow. You know, lol cows. Like you watch or you follow somebody either for the value they provide you, the entertainment they provide you, but that entertainment is very interesting, right? Where, okay, they're entertaining, they're funny, I like their personality, or wow, this guy is a clown. This guy's he makes me laugh. He's so bad at whatever he does that I want to milk him for the lol. I'm milking the laughs. And Capo Crypto is virtually that. He's a lol cow. Because it's like anything he makes calls. He doesn't post trade setups with entries and stop losses that he can explain thoroughly, concisely to whoever he's talking to. He's just saying, like he's almost like he went to the top of a mountain and spoke to God. It seems like we are about to dump, with no further analysis via technicals or anything. It seems like we're in a huge bull trap. 3 days ago, 7 days ago, right before Bitcoin broke out, right before altcoins went nuts, I talked to God and he said we're going lower. I mean, that's what he does. And every single time he tweets or types in his little telegram, the inverse happens. And it's like prophetic. I want to see the P&L of somebody who just inverses everything he says. Probably up thousands of percents. Capo Crypto, the lolcow of this market. But I mean, he probably thinks he's pretty cool. You know, I don't know how, man. I would just stop, right? I mean, dude, just get help. You can't make calls because you don't know where the market's going next. Stop acting like you do. Go read Mark Douglas's Trading in the Zone. You read it 3 times, you'll stop saying the things you say. You'll never say those things again. Yeah, Brad, it's his that's his mentor for sure. How's Trump doing? I don't know. Let's look at it. But Trump coin, dude, on MEX. Fantastic. I mean, it's slow going, but look where we're at. 3.59% today. We were up 7+%. At least the highest price since May 30th. Good start, man. Very good start to Mr. Trump. Okay, it's going to be the best godly. Went to the doctor. He said it was the best godly he's ever seen. Scott Connie. He invited me down to Miami for dinner because he was so impressed with the godly on my coin. That's pretty much what he's saying, you know. We're overbought for the first time since late April. No, I don't think it's at first target. No way, right? Nah. What's up, Border Man? What's up, dudes? We're just hanging out. I've been live, hour 17 minutes. We've done the analysis, dude. That was not a British accent. Dude, just chill, you know? I'm not good at accents unless it's a Jamaican accent. Somehow I'm gifted at doing a Jamaican accent, but all my accents sound Jamaican, unfortunately, if I try to do them, so. Or if you're talking about he, it's a vague pronoun, so I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, QNT's up. All right, nice. ApeCoin up today. Nice, ApeCoin. Remember, ApeCoin was nuts. It's like the weekly. Dude, the weekly. This is crazy. Like, no one believes it now. No one cares. It takes too long, right? Like, no one wants to park their money in ApeCoin from April to now and make no yield and wait for this to play out and resolve. But, like, I mean, what happens if this does resolve? Like, and it's like in a day or two, it's up 100% off the perfect setup, the bullish butterfly type 2 return, bullish divergence on the RSI. I mean, on the weekly. It's just crazy. You stare. It's a trade setup too. I mean, it's active. It's never been stopped out, obviously. It's just like we're waiting for some sort of news-driven catalyst. Dude, the ApeCoin devs have teamed up with Bored Ape Yacht Club and Raw Paul, and it's gonna Jake Paul. We're gone, dude. You know, something stupid will happen that will catalyze this to resolve up. No, I don't want to do the Jamaican accent right now, man. Yeah, it looks good, but dude, it could take another 10 years before it actually plays out. But these extension ones, man, if you've seen the old cycles, it was back in 2023. Like, for instance, let me show you like KSM. Same, look at this, like all-time lows. It's the extension pattern. KSM, my memory, if I can just, don't betray me, memory, like this. It was just like this, man. It was right here. Yeah, it was like the first one. It was like, look at that. You have it, and then it plays. It goes up like off the lows. I know it ended up making a lower high, but it went up 128% in 48 days. You know, you get another extension pattern. Look at that rally. I mean, and now you got an M shape down here completed. Now they're recapturing the 1672 level, so it's pretty interesting. Oh, and before it's up 50% a day. Like the ones that are like having these lowest lows, and they're confirming the lowest lows, and they start recapturing levels. Those are the ones that have like KNC, and the other one, like they're just recapturing and they're just blowing up, going up 50%. So it's whack-a-mole. It's the casino, man. Definitely slot machines. Cardano is trying to break out. Really trying, man. It's like on breakout watch. If not, dude, it is right at it. Like you're in a similar Doge situation where like there's converging resistances. Okay, you got the supply line, and you've got the overhead resistance back from 2021, 2022. It's a very real level. I mean, it's so freaking real if you look at it from history. Look at this. when they broke it in the downtrend, look how they reconfirmed it as resistance before crashing. Beautiful. That's how you know how real a level is, when you see significant drawdowns or rallies based on the correlation to the level, the successful test of it historically. So we're up against a crazy level. Now to break it would be, you know, probably $1. Easy, 99.5 cents a dollar. You break that, you're just probably going to go straight up to 116, 120, 132, 147, and the uptrend continues, right? You've kind of reversed the trend. The long-term uptrend now, right? You put in the lows, you got the M shape, the higher low than the previous low. You made a higher high in the previous high. You've sold off in a correction. You're all these lows are higher than these lows, than these lows. So you have a definitive long-term uptrend on Cardano. Higher highs, higher lows, like Doge. So if the trend continues, you're probably going to go retest the highs at some point. But the thing is, right, you just have that crazy run. They could do this and then pull back and then, oh, look, we're back testing the level. And then we go, right? I mean, like, you just have that crazy rally. So in such a short period of time, people might take profit at resistance, cool off in the oscillators, reset, and then you go again maybe in a month. I don't think there's anything wrong with thinking like that. Ravencoin was kind of interesting, because it's like, if you're down here at the basement, like, I really want us to recapture 1.2 cents, or sorry, 2 cents. I want that range to be captured, but they positive price action down here, you know, at these old lows from 2020. So you're at the basement, and then you've got, like, it's kind of like comp, where you got 3 valleys and then the deep 886 pretty much retrace. You're just putting in a bunch of higher lows now. So things could be turning around on this asset, but you got to deal with just, oh, we got to go break 1.7 and 2 cents. You break 2 cents, that's where you're probably going to 3.8 cents. So anyway, man, I'm just kind of going off the cusp here. Win everything stream. Win drunk, spaceship, bread, everything stream. Yep. Just reading some chat, man. Yeah, we got Jamaicans here. Yeah, in the basement. Yep, like a lot of these other ones. The basement. Maker, I'll show you this. I'll tell you. I don't know how this is going to resolve, but you got the M shape that's, like, I think gonna fail. Like, I think you're gonna fail here, and you just look at it like the trend. You're in a new uptrend, okay? And it's pretty easy to manage risk at this $2,000 level. I would think your stop loss is probably just below this 1,800 level, and you're just gonna, if you don't ever get stopped out, you're gonna attempt to ride this to four grand, and if not, 3,100. Like, they've been stalling here for over a month, 5 weeks now, after hitting that 886 from previous high to low. 886, 5 weeks, nothing but reaccumulation and defense of key level as support. That is bullish characteristics, not bearish. So it's like, all right, take a shot. I mean, there was a better entry down here. This is an active trade setup, by the way. But it's like, hey, for newer people, it's starting to look really good again locally. And again, we don't act like we know that it's going to go to 4 grand. We just know how to strategize. Look at all this buying. Look at this low and all these lows. Somehow there's more than before. So it's fine. Just set the stop right up below 1,800 stop. If it fails, if it succeeds, I mean, you could be looking at a $6,000 maker in time if we're going into banana zone. No, drunk maroon. No, it's not. It's just with my massage therapist. All right, y'all. So it's been a good stream. Bitcoin could pull back here. Altcoins could pull back. You're just starting to get to a point where RSIs are cooked. Remember what I just said to you. Ethereum's daily RSI today at its highest level, and yesterday, highest level in 4.5 years. Anytime that's going on, 5, 10, 15% pullbacks to reset the oscillators, become more probable, and all the dumb money that's been ushered in this past weekend, past few days, that have like 1, 2, 3% gains, even though the altcoins just went up 50 to 90% in a few weeks, they got to pay. It is a rite of passage to be a noob in this market, unless you find this channel, hopefully, and you listen, you pay attention, to lose money initially after you download that app. Because you're downloading the app not because you truly care about technical analysis and risk management and chart patterns and constructing trading plans. No, you downloaded that app because you're FOMOing, because you're hearing about it. You're hearing there goes the bus, the party bus. I'm not on that party bus. I got to get on that party bus now. Anytime that's the case, no, you're possibly at a short-term local top, and to long those levels is where you take on tremendous losses, and that is your, again, that's like the ceremony. Okay, a bunch of pigs need to get slaughtered, chat. So let's mark these S coins down 15%. That means they'd still be up 70%, off these entries and lows, but new people got to get wrecked. Looks like it's flagging. It could be flagging. It could be. Look at the structure. It's just like it looks like there's a base of buying and there's a supply line, and you're confined within the parameters on both sides, and they haven't broken it. Right, the buy wall has not been breached. Doesn't look like they're still holding it somehow. So that's just where we are. I'd be down with a bull flag. My God, dude, can you imagine if this is really a bull flag? I don't know. It'd be like that. It doesn't really look bull flaggish. I just maybe pin it. It's like a pennant. Okay, we have a little bitty pennant pattern that could be bullish or bearish. It's going to resolve one way or another. It's going to measure move. I would think the measure move upwards probably just all-time highs, and downwards 112, maybe 114. It's not a big pattern. It's so small. You just want it to go sideways forever so these altcoins can keep blowing up in bullish manners. All right, I've been live hour and a half, so did what I could for, I would call it a pretty meh day for crypto. Thanks for likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
Adios, turd nuggets.